People from there, people from far, Caribbean people, wherever you are, people up north, people down south, people in the east, people in the west, Caribbean people, you are the best. So yes, take that stress off of your chest. Life is beautiful.
Life is beautiful, and I want to welcome you back to my channel. If you're new, please remember to subscribe. I'm going to give you a spring garden tour before I spruce up and clean up, and I just want to show you some of the creatures that's laying around in the yard. This is called a Jesus Christ lizard. They're very helpful in the garden. They eat the ants and the other insects that's trying to damage the plants. It's a remarkable creature here that's super fast. That's how it gets its name, because with that super speed they can actually run on top of the water, and that's why it gets that name, the Jesus Christ lizard. And I'm gonna try to get some footage here that you can actually see how fast it is, even if I slow it down. There he goes. And they tend to stay close to water so they can run right across the water and escape danger. And here's a close-up picture of it. So now I'm gonna start with our allspice berry. Our allspice berry is in bloom, and the insects are assisting in pollinating, so hopefully we get some allspice berry. In the meantime, I use the leaves in my teas and my other recipes, so be sure to check out my other videos. Please do subscribe and check my other videos. This is a very nutritional, healthy plant that can be used in many ways. And there you go. Birds and the bees are doing their thing. And while I'm watering the plant, I come across a little bird nest with 4 eggs. And I'm gonna follow this through and let you guys see the progress when the bird hatch and how they're growing. And I'm gonna show the kids also. They should be super excited to see these birds right outside my window. And after a few days they're hatched, and we have 4 babies. And this is one of my favorite in the yard right now, because this is the only bearing tree that's been producing and giving me lots of berry. This is the everbearing mulberry, and every day I come out here to water the plant, I get a handful. I can use in my smoothies, my shakes, or I can just eat right off the tree. And it seems like the more I pick it, the more it grows. So the next day I can come back and get another handful. This is the everbearing mulberry. I recommend it. And if you guys live in colder climate up north, it grows in the cold and it grows in the warm area. Give it a try. This is everbearing mulberry. Super delicious and packed with vitamins and minerals and vitamin C's, antioxidants, all that good stuff. Now I know you guys are gonna hear me mentioning a lot about antioxidants and vitamin C's. These are all immune booster and help you maintain healthy cell and protect your body. And this is what it looks like close up. It's smaller than blackberry and packed a good punch. Now here's my hog plum. Hog plum is coming along. The tree is loaded with fruits. I can't wait for them to ripen, probably in June, July. It's gonna be in full ripening mode. It's gonna be a nice orange to yellowish color, and it's gonna look beautiful on this tree. I'll be sure to post another video of the updates of all the fruits when they mature. So you guys stay tuned, make sure you subscribe and come back and check me out. This is hog plum, very popular in the Caribbean. This is my turkey fig. Last year it bear a lot, but I didn't get any because the birds came and devour everything. So this year I'm gonna try to scare off these birds so I can have a few. So the turkey figs are coming in okay here. So it's been a few days and now I'm checking back with our baby birds, see what's going on with them. And they seem to be growing and looking hungry as ever because they're constantly eating. The mama bird, she's constantly feeding them, so they're growing rapidly. And we'll check back with them in a few more days. But for now, I'm going to show you my chickens. They're coming along well in the backyard. These are my organic chicken. They're fed organic food and they're free range. And these are my laying hens. These hens are here just for my eggs. And today I'm going to show you how I graft a mango tree. I'm going to get a piece of branch from my neighbor who has a super sweet mango, and I'm going to graft it onto this seedling here. So first what we want to do is get a sterile knife or a sterile razor blade and cut it into a wedge, like so. The next thing what I want to do is we're going to cut our seedling mango right about midway, away from any branches that's about to form. So we want all the energy to go into this scion. What I'm going to do is make sure that it's clean cut and then make an incision right down the middle, maybe about an inch, and insert the wedge. Sure that it's nice and snug. What I'm going to do with my grafting tape now is wrap it very tightly. We don't want any moisture or any liquid or rain or water to get in there to cause any fungus to grow. So this is how we do it. We're going to wrap with our tape and overlap and make sure everything is nice and snug. And this is a way that you can get different varieties of mango if you want to preserve your favorite mango tree or make multiple bearing on one tree. This is the way to do it. I'm showing you the most simplest way. There's several different ways to graft the mango as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap the entire stem here that I cut. Overlap and make sure everything is nice and snug, especially around where that joint is. Gonna keep going. Wrap the entire thing from top, and then I'm gonna work my way back down and tie it off again. And now I'm gonna make a knot in it. So as this plant starts to grow, the tape is going to disintegrate in the weather. And here I'm showing you my mulberry. Every morning I come out and get a handful of mulberry here, put it in my shakes. Delicious, or I can eat right off the tree here. These are my chickens down free ranging. They're out in the backyard and they get in the grubs and the grass. And I often feed them the moringa leaves, so they're extra healthy and super strong. That's the way I like them, to grow my free range chicken organically. Take a look at them, and they're
going to be ready. The larger ones are going to be ready in about another 2 weeks. Right now they're about 4 pounds. I'm waiting for them to get about 6 pounds, 6.5 pounds, and then they're ready to go. And here's some more pictures. Now keep in mind I'm doing a comparison here. This is a sort of an experiment. I have some of my regular chicken, the black chickens that I hatched, and I'm doing a comparison. So here's some of my eggs that I'm harvesting today. This is about after 3 to 4 days what I pick up usually. And this is a little bit over a dozen and a half eggs here. Fresh organic eggs. You can't beat it. It's super delicious and good for bacon. And when you crack it open, you'll see the yolks are super yellow, almost like an orange compared to the store-bought. Here we are. A little bit over a dozen and a half eggs here. Still gotta wash them and put them away. Sometimes I give them away to friends. These are some organic bananas. And back to our baby chicks here. Our birds are growing, their wing feathers are coming in. And I would say about another 2 weeks they're going to be fledgling. And they're very ravenous eater. In the backyard, the kids are hanging out, having some good time here. Beautiful spring weather, got a nice cool 80-degree in the shade underneath the almond tree. And they're just having a ball. I wish they had a super size, adult size, so I can dive in there when I'm hot. For now, they're enjoying themselves and having a good time. This is what life is about in South Florida, enjoying the beautiful weather. In other parts of the country, it's cold, but it'll soon get warm. But we're enjoying this warm weather as it is right now.
Sit.
There's
Sit.
Jasmine.
Sit. Come on. Good girl. You want to go in the pool with them? You want to go in the pond? Come. Come right here.
So this is one of our favorite chicken, almost like a pet chicken here. So she comes when we call her, and she's always looking for food, handout, so she can eat right out of our hands. We're gonna call her Betsy. It looks like she wants to make a phone call.
What are you trying to do? What are you trying to do, Mama? What are you trying to do? I don't have no food. I don't have no food.
Anyways, guys, now I'm going to introduce a couple of kois to my pond, so I can have these beautiful fish grow and be able to admire them in my pond. The only thing is, I hope that the birds don't spot them since they're brightly colored. If they learn to hide, they'll survive. And I'll show you more videos of my fish. And it seems like they're gonna be okay. Here's our Muscovy duck and one Peking duck in the backyard, enjoying the beautiful weather. And look like we're gonna have baby ducks soon. So I'm gonna start here with my Pickering mango. These mangoes are almost close to the ground. It's supposed to be super sweet mangoes. Pickering mangoes, also known as patio mango. You can grow this in your patio in a pot, a large pot, and have your mangoes if you don't have lots of space. Just about anywhere you can grow something, folks. You can even find a mango tree if you like mangoes. This one is a perfect one if you have limited space. And this is my Barbados cherry that's coming right back along. Over the winter it dropped some of the leaves and it's coming back well. Here's our Suriname cherry that's also coming back. I don't think it likes the colder weather, so all the leaves turn brown, but now let's get back. Here's some ornamental pineapple. I don't know what you call this, but it's beautiful to look at. It's a nice plant. Here's another stem of my Barbados cherry that I propagated here, and that's growing as well. Some dragon fruit here. My moringa Saigon tree that I cut back recently. This is a Mexican guava, Mexican pink guava. It's coming right along here. And this is a seedling soursop that I started myself. This is sapodilla. This is a different variety of sapodilla. It's going to be a very large sapodilla. Hasn't bears yet, but I'm thinking maybe by next year it should bear. Here's a papaya. This is my Florida avocado that I just put in the ground, and it has a couple of fruits in it. Hope it makes it. This is jackfruit, also known as koa. This is a different variety. This is the crunchy type. Doesn't get as soft and juicy like the Caribbean type, like the Guyanese kind. This is a Bombay mango, and over here is our custard apple that's coming back. And if we look carefully, the leaves are shooting back. In the winter it loses all its leaves, and then it grow back in the springtime, which is now. And I'm getting ready to spruce up the garden, so I'm gonna show you when I get everything nice and cleaned up. Here we got some Edo plant here in this container. This is our chocolate pudding fruit, and we do have some bearings that's coming along here, and I hope this year we're gonna have some beautiful chocolate fruits to show you guys. In the past, last year I made a video of chocolate pudding fruits, so if you want to go back to my videos and look at chocolate pudding fruits, you'll see what it looks like. Texture and color tastes just like chocolate pudding. Here is my variegated guava, and that's coming along just as well. It's flowering, and we have lots of little fruits on it right now. So I'm looking forward to this. This is my variegated pink guava. Here's our red lady papaya here. It's super sweet. It's like sugar. Here is Guyana cashew. This is the black cashew when it ripens and it gets dark. Here's a nice tree ripened papaya that I'm gonna enjoy here today. Can't beat this. Right off the tree, ripen on the tree, and the birds didn't get to it. I'm gonna enjoy that one. Here's some more papaya here. This is a different variety. Here's a little sugar apple. And what I want to show you guys here that I forgot, we're getting some buds that's coming out on the custard apple. And you can watch my video on custard apple as well. It tastes like ice cream. Super delicious and healthy. Here are the little buds here. That's popping right out here. I'm gonna fertilize this plant with some nice organic fertilizer and compost, and maybe we'll get some more. There is my beautiful blood orange tree that's coming back. It's been attacked by bugs and caterpillars, but it's making its way back. Here's our allspice, oh, pimento berries. We have some berries here. Hopefully we'll get some berries to make our jerk seasoning. I use the leaves. This is bay rum leaf, very similar but different in aroma. Here is dongs or jujube. They're flower, and hope I get some more. This is a thornless, large Chinese version, and this is the one with thorn. This is my lychee berry tree. No bearings yet. Pretty soon it's gonna come out. This is my chicken coop area here, and this is my kitchen garden area where I have all my herbs and some of my garden kitchen plants here. This is what we call bora or long bean. This is the yard long bean, the Chinese yard long bean plant that's coming along here. I'm trying to train it to run on the fence and then onto the trellis. Guys, keep in mind the rainy season hasn't started yet, so I'm now getting started. So I'm gonna get caught up with the rainy season, and the plants are gonna take off, grow in. Here's some more tamarind in the pot, and an avocado, and a golden berry in there. Here's pomegranate that I have to put in the ground, and my rosemary and spinach in there. I have some lime plants in here and same. I have a couple of same plants. Hope to get some nice same this year. I have two different variety of same, so I'm gonna look out for those because I love same. This is a dasheen plant, and here's our Spanish oregano or wide leaf thyme. I have some spinach coming along here, Malabar spinach. And I have some seeds that I have to propagate. Lemongrass, papaya in the pot, and some wiri pepper here, and scallions on the right side of it. Here's some more tomatoes that I'm going to put in my salad, and scallion in this container. More tomatoes. Birds been eating my tomatoes as well, but I do manage to get some for my salads. Some squash plants that I gotta put down. Here's the same that's growing. And over here I have a Coca-Cola plant. This is how Coca-Cola gets started. You could make a tea with that, and it's Coca-Cola flavor. Got my rosemary here, my longevity spinach, some more lemongrass, my scallion, and here's a beauty. This is called butterfly pea vine. This blue flower makes a beautiful blue tea, and it's delicious and refreshing. This flower is very suggestive of a female part, so use your imagination, guys. butterfly pea plant. It's a beautiful plant, beautiful flower. I'm gonna propagate this and I'll make some tea and show you guys. Here's my spinach here. That's my chaurai bhaji, my marimanpo basil here. Some tomatoes and okras that gotta go down in the ground. And this is my salad garden here, and I got some eggplants that's coming along, and some kind of animal came and ate some of my bok choy, so season for bok choy is over, and I have to clean the weeds out here. I hope you guys subscribe and come back to my channel. I'll show you when I clean up here what it looks like. I'll show you all the salad greens that I got here. Got some more salmons in the pot that I need to plant out. And these are my spinach here that's coming along. This is a male papaya. I'm gonna remove him. I don't really need a male papaya tree. It's not really necessary. Papayas are self-propagating, they're self-pollinating. Here's some more tomatoes right in the backyard. I supposedly have a lot of tomatoes here, but as soon as they get ripened, the birds come and attack them. So I'm gonna clean out this area here. Maybe I put a netting over here to protect them. Here's some more peppers here. I have a couple of green sweet peppers here that's coming along. Now, I don't use no fertilizer, so they may not get as big as the store-bought, but they're gonna be extra delicious and very fragrant and more crunchier than the one that you get from the store. Some celery. Here's my dragon fruit making its way up the almond tree here. Here's another soursop tree. This is one of my orchid plants that is in bloom. And this area here is where I have my pond that I hang out a lot in front of. I feed the fish. And now in the back area here, I have some sugar canes growing from starts. And this is some tomatoes here. This is lauki squash that I'm getting to run up on this trellis made from wire mesh. So hopefully by this summer we'll get some nice long Indian squash called lauki. And here's another type of squash. This is butternut squash. And we got some tiny little one here that's coming right along. These are butternut squash. And the flower are edible as well. We can put the flowers in salads. There, that's the beauty right here. Can be placed in your salads for color, texture. I'm gonna clean up this whole area here. Another papaya tree here. Another avocado right here. Moving right along. I have some cassava or yucca. Those are easily grown. Some more right there. I'm gonna dig them up and see what I got for a little while. And right below that, I have some sweet potato vines that's running. I got a few sweet potatoes out of them recently. And this is what I want to show you guys. Some kind of animal came into the garden and chewed up all my bok choy. So I'm gonna remove what's left of it, maybe save the seeds so I can replant again, maybe in a different location. There's a little lime tree there and little seedling Annatto plants. Here's another jackfruit here. This is the Guyana variety. And a little Tommy Atkins mango. Lots of dragon fruit coming up on the trees here. My palm trees around the pond here. Gonna create a nice oasis. Give it about another couple of years. Here's another avocado that's coming around the pool here, the pond. And some natural Florida palm trees here that I'm gonna leave. This is my Annatto. This is what it looks like. I have another video on how to make Annatto seasoning oil. This is the plum tree. This is my Juliet mango. It was loaded with blossom and flowers, but all fell off. I don't know if it's weather related. We didn't get much rain this season, so all the flowers came off of this tree, but it's growing, so hopefully next year it's better. Another papaya tree that I gotta take down, and I have some lemongrass here around that plant there. And this is another papaya tree that I gotta remove, but if you look carefully you'll see it has bearings in it. Lots of fruits, but here's my dragon fruit again. I got a lot of dragon fruit off of that one. Here's another jackfruit that's coming up here. This one is called wampi. This is a Chinese citrus fruit. Super delicious and nutritious. Here is a Juliet mango. The last time I showed you this tree was only about maybe 3.5 feet. Now it's about 5 feet and loaded with flowers. This is the second bearing of flowers. The first set of flowers came off and it regrew. And this is persimmon. This is very hard to grow, but once it gets growing and it take off, it's going to turn into a beautiful plant, and I love persimmons, so I'll get some persimmons in the future. In the meantime, guys, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and come back and check my videos. And I'm going to be posting part 2 of this garden tour, so watch out for me. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.